You know, in times like this, when we look at the news and it's all negative, when that recession word keeps coming, when people hear that their friends are getting laid off at jobs, that's when we as CEOs need to kick it in. We need to do a few things to be effective as employers. Because yes, we're CEOs and we run companies, but also we're the leader of an organization and we lead people. And so what are a couple things that we can do to make sure we lead people well in times of uncertainty? So number one, we need to communicate often and well. So what we learned in 2008 was that many companies stopped communicating, and that created much fear. So make sure that you're communicating well and often. Make sure that you are sharing KPIs when you can. Make sure that you're telling your employees that if cuts and layoffs and those kind of things are not looming for your company, that they're not, right? You know, we're doing a lot of other things, but we don't anticipate layoffs if that actually is the case. Because when there is a lack of communication, oftentimes fear comes in and people start feeling the worst. So make sure that you are telling them all that you can tell them and telling them even more often than normal. And number two, I want to make sure that you show empathy. As CEOs, we're really good at sharing the facts and making sure that everybody understands numbers and details and conversations and all of that. But we need to make sure that they really understand that we get it, that we care, that they feel concerned, that they feel like their friends are getting laid off and the world looks a little bit like it's on fire. And so we as CEOs need to show that we understand their concern and it's valid, right? But that we're going to try to create an environment within our company that makes them feel secure and safe and a good place to be. So although you can't control the outside, you can control your company. So make sure that you do that showing empathy. And then the last thing is make sure that you're being a leader. Make sure that you're large and in charge. When you're in front of those people, you don't need to show doubt, uncertainty, confusion. You need to show that you are competent, you are capable, and you are confident. Because what they want to see is a leader who knows what they're doing. Now, internally, you could be thinking, oh my gosh, I've never done this before. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't know what we're going to do. I need to figure out something. But externally, you need to your employees, show that you have it all together. So make sure that you're doing those things. And so the benefit of doing all of those is not only that you have employees that are more settled and they continue to be as productive as they have been and aren't taken off task. But in addition, after this is over, and it will be over, all these blips generally do get over for those of us that have been in business so long. But as it does get over, those people are going to say, you wouldn't believe how my CEO handled this situation and that we stayed with them. So make sure that it happens that you stay that way so that you retain your employees after the fact.